Hey guys, it's John, and in this video I'm going to show you how to install the Duracell decals on your e-moto battery. This is a battery from my eRide Pro SR. The size of the battery and the size of the decals is 6.5 inches wide by 13 inches tall. If you have a different make and model, just measure your battery and I can make sure that your decals are the exact size if you need something a little bit larger. But my guess is this is probably going to work for, almost every battery out there that's in this shape. You can always trim the edges too if you needed to, but again, I can make you one that's exact for your bike. So a couple questions I've had about installation, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how that works. If you take your battery out a lot, if you take it out and swap batteries, this is probably not a good idea to get one of these. Depending on the quality of the inside of your frame, my SR had a couple of little burrs sticking out because the frame is cast aluminum, right? And you can see here where it scratched the battery, regardless of whether it had a sticker on it. And on this side, the back end of one of the little bolt holes hits the battery right there. So on my bike, just because there were some burrs there, I just knocked those edges off with a file. You don't have to do that to install these. It's just that's the way it was on my bike. But if you pull these out and drop them in a lot, you can damage them. Usually it's down the side here. Since I don't really intend to take my batteries out really at all, it's not a non-issue for me. But that's just something to consider. As long as you're careful, you should be able to get them in and out without too much damage. If you destroy it or whatever, I can make you another set, maybe at a discount, but I can't guarantee they won't get damaged, right? It's just a vinyl decal after all. So I've got some rubbing alcohol and just a lint-free microfiber cloth here, and we clean the side of the battery with alcohol. It's really the best way to get any dirt off or any old material that may get in the way of us having good adhesion. Same thing on this side, just cleaning it with alcohol, and we're ready to go. All right, next step, we got my cap here. Next step is we're gonna install one of the decals. You don't need a heat gun or anything. You just need to make sure that you get it right the first time. On the first 100 orders of these, I'm including a squeegee. Normally these are like $1 or $2. I bought a ton of them, so I got them pretty inexpensively. Also note you've got these little screws here at the top that may be not all the way in. You grab a screwdriver just to make sure, but I want to make sure that your screws up here are all the way in. See, this one was a little loose. That's from the factory. I'd never touched these before. So just make sure these are flush so they don't push out the decal. And then what I'm going to do is just peel this off. And these are thick. This is outdoor vehicle grade vinyl. That's dry, printed, dries, and then has a clear coat added to it. So I'm just going to carefully peel this. Okay. And line it up with the top. And once that's lined up, I'm going to do this a couple times. It's being a pain. All right. Should be able to gently just get that lined up. Then I'm going to run my finger right down the middle. And this can stretch. We want to be somewhat careful here. We've got our kind of the back spine of it down the center now. And then you just take the squeegee and work it out from the center slowly like this. Now where those bolts are at the top, you'll see a little bit of an indentation, but nothing too crazy. And just take your time and And this is why these come in handy. This is what science shops use when they're putting decals on cars, vehicles. And we're just working away from the center so we don't have any bubbles. And that side's done. Now if we wanted to, we could trim this tiny bit of overlap off. I'm just gonna leave it on there. You don't really see the front or the back of the battery. And that side's done. They are pretty pricey to, see I had one little bubble there. So once you look at it though, yeah, we're in good shape. That one's done. And then you just repeat the process for the other side, pretty easy. When you're putting it into the bike, again, you know, just inspect the inside of your frame, make sure you don't have any burrs, because like I said before, whether you have the vinyl on there or not, you're gonna scratch the hell out of your battery anyways. So just go slow, be very careful with it, and take your time. It may even make sense to take the battery cover off just to make it easier for you to install it, and take it slow as you put it in. And that's pretty much it. I mean, this doesn't add enough thickness where it impedes anything with the fitment. It's more about just not scratching it up when you put it in. So that's pretty much the whole process for installing these. I can make these in Energizer, Everready, any other kind of battery, Milwaukee, any sort of design you want. This is something that I just did on the computer with Illustrator. I also make number plates, and if we're gonna probably add number plates to the website here pretty soon. But there you go. That's everything with the decals for the battery.